In today's video, we're going to learn about the fresh pet food market in the United States. And if you had any questions, please leave it in the comment section. Thank you.
The fresh pet food movement is one of the fastest growing trends in companion animal nutrition. But as veterinarians, we must ask a critical question. Is fresh always better, or is this marketing outpacing science? Today, we're going to examine the evidence behind fresh diets, the risks of homemade and raw feeding, cost realities, and what your role is as a future veterinarian. Let's break it down clinically. Pet owners are applying human dietary advice to pets. Organizations like the Mayo Clinic promote eating fresh, avoiding processed foods, shopping the perimeter of grocery stores. The dietary guidelines for Americans emphasize nutrient dense, minimally processed foods. Pet owners hear this and extend it to their dogs and cats. Add to that COVID era bonding, increased adoptions, social media influence, human grade marketing. Fresh pet food is now one of the fastest growing segments of the pet food industry. Understanding owner motivation prevents confrontation in exam rooms. Fresh diets include refrigerated commercial foods, frozen commercial diets, raw commercial diets, homemade raw diets, homemade cooked diets, human grade formulations. They are marketed as less processed, more natural, more biologically appropriate. But let's separate perception from data. Here's the critical reality. There is limited lifetime research comparing fresh versus kibble fed dogs and cats. Short term studies show higher digestibility in less processed diets, some improved coat scores, differences in metabolomic profiles, lower serum alkaline phosphatase in some fresh fed dogs. However, the macronutrient differences confound many studies. No proven increase in longevity, no clear lifetime disease reduction data. Some raw diets passed Association of American Feed Control officials feeding trials, but that does not automatically make all raw or fresh diets adequate. Digestibility do not mean health superiority. A major evaluation of 200 published home prepared dog recipes found 95% had at least one essential nutrient deficiency, 83.5% had multiple deficiencies. Most common missing nutrients calcium, phosphorus, vitamin D. What are the clinical consequences? Nutritional secondary hyperparathyroidism, high yield board signs, pathological fractures, muscle twitching seizures, limb deformities. This is not theoretical. It is documented in peer reviewed literature. Referral should be made to a board certified veterinary nutritionist. In growing animals, especially, improper calcium intake stimulates parathyroid hormone release. Bone mineralization suffers. You will absolutely see this on board exams, and unfortunately, you will see this clinically. Raw feeding raises legitimate One Health concerns. Bacteria such as Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria are not theoretical risks. Transmission to humans has been documented. Veterinarians must communicate this without judgment, but clearly. Many owners assume homemade diets are cheaper. Research shows dry kibble remains the most cost efficient option per kilocalorie. Protein source dramatically changes the cost. Beef and exotic proteins significantly increase the expense. Supplements are mandatory in homemade diets, further increasing cost. Owners sometimes try replacing prescription therapeutic diets with homemade versions to save money. Data show this often increases cost and risk. Therapeutic diet formulation requires precision. Every veterinarian should develop a clinical communication strategy. We need to understand the motivation of our client, avoid dismissive language, and provide evidence based guidance. It is very important to document diet discussions in the medical records. Your approach matters. Clients feed fresh diets because they care. Dismissal damages trust, but education strengthens compliance. Once again, always document diet discussions in medical records. Here are some key take home points. Fresh food demand is increasing, long term superiority is unproven. Most homemade recipes are nutritionally deficient. Raw diets carry pathogen risk. Veterinarians must guide evidence based decisions. Fresh diets are not inherently wrong, but they are not inherently superior. Our responsibility is nutritional adequacy, safety, and patient welfare, not following trends. As veterinarians, we must promote science over marketing and compassion over confrontation. The fresh pet food movement will continue to grow. As veterinarians, we must evolve with it, grounded in science. Our patients depend on us for objective guidance.